All right, what's going on, guys? So I was up till 2:30 last night editing the video I shot yesterday, so I slept in a little bit today, got a late start, but thankfully we drove further west here on the Panhandle in Florida. Now we are now in the central time zone, so I gained an hour. So we are at the river that I want to fish. It doesn't look super fishy though. A lot of vegetation, so I can't really see what's going on down there, and I can't really see any fish yet, or I haven't seen any fish yet. So we're going to start out dropping just from the bridge here, so I don't have to actually get in the water. But if that doesn't work out, then we might actually get in the water and do some wading here, which I really don't want to do. But yeah, let's give it a shot, and let's see what kind of cool micros we can catch here, and hopefully it's at least some micros, because I haven't seen any yet. But let's do that, and let's see what happens. Alrighty, so here is the river we're going to be fishing. Got a little Tanago hook set up with a, actually probably a little bit too big of a piece of redworm, but that's what we're going to go with. Let me actually adjust this a little bit so the hook point is exposed a little bit more. There we go. And yeah, so we're going to start fishing from this little elevated bridge here. Let's drop this on down there. I don't think the angle here for viewing is going to be too great. Oh, actually, we got some shiners that showed up as soon as this dropped in the water. Really small though. But let's see if we can catch one of these guys. Did he bite? Got him. Oh yes, let's go. I think this is, I don't know. Let's get him in the photo tank. That means I gotta get down to the water and get some water in the photo tank. But let's do that. Let's take a look at this guy. Alrighty, so here is our first fish of the day. Some sort of shiner, Notropis genus, I believe. I think it might be a coastal, but I'm really hoping it's a weed. Weed shiners should be somewhat common here, and they look really similar to coastals. So we'll get some pictures later. I believe if you look at the back of the anal fin there, the coastals, they have a black line that goes along all the rays, whereas weeds don't have a fully black line. But I'm not sure. I'm also a little out of breath. It was kind of a steep hike down there and very muddy and slippery. But yeah, first fish of the day. Let's get a picture of this guy, let's get him back, and let's keep fishing. See if there's something else. That got picked up quick. Same species. Possibly. Let's get him in the photo tank. Let's take a look. All right, so I believe we're looking at the same species. There's so many families of fish out there that are so hard to ID, and this is definitely one of them. Coastal weed, I don't think it's an iron color. There's a little bit black on the bottom of the chin, or I guess on the bottom lip I should say, but there's no black inside the mouth, so I don't think it's an iron color. I do think coastal or weed is most likely, but again, I really don't know. All right, let's get him back, and let's keep fishing here. Oh, this is something different. This is something different. Let's go. Let's get this guy in the photo tank. Thought it was just going to be another one of those little weed slash coastal slash iron colors, but this is something different. All right, so this is a cool little guy. Definitely not Notropis genus. This looks like a Pteronotropis genus shiner. Over here, there should be sailfin, flagfin, and maybe there's another one. Apalachee, I think, is the one. And I think that's what this is. If you look at the tail, I believe there's a little black dot there at the at the start of the tail, which I believe is a trait of the Apalachee shiner, if I'm getting that name right. Either way, this is going to be a really cool one, and pending ID, this will be a new one for the life list because I've never caught any of those three. So this is an awesome little catch. Really nice surprise. So let's get this guy back and let's keep fishing. Let's just see what else we can find out of this little river here. Got another little guy. Yeah, this is one of those less cool ones. But either way, let's get him in the photo tank, take a quick look, get a better picture of him, and we'll see if we can figure out what this guy is. Yeah, so once again, coastal or weed or something. Hope at least one of these guys were a weed shiner, because that would be a new species, and the bugs are out here in full force. And the bug repellent is not doing anything. But yeah, let's get this guy back. Maybe we'll make another drop over in that same spot. Maybe I'll try to find a new spot somewhere where we can drop the worm around and see what's over there. Oh, that was a good take. I'm trying to see if on the surface here I can get another one of those Pteronotropis. What is this? That is not one of those Pteronotropis, but let's take a look at them anyway. Alright, so it's another one of these weed / coastal things, whatever those guys are. The one Pteronotropis I caught was on the surface, whereas these guys are usually a little bit deeper, I noticed. So I was hoping to get another one of those Pteronotropises from the surface, but this guy was just a little bit more aggressive. But let's see if we can drop a couple more little baits on the surface, see if we can get another one of those little Pteronotropis instead of these guys. And also I did drop around in some other spots, and all those spots produced nothing. So let's get this guy back, and let's try to catch a couple more here before we move on to the next spot. Got him. What is this thing? That's just a little Notropis. Alrighty, so this little guy, another little coastal or weed or whatever all these little guys are. There are so many bugs out here. Do you see all the ones just flying around on my hand and whatnot? And I sprayed myself pretty heavily with bug spray as well. Alright. Let's get this guy back. Let's try to catch one more. Let's try to catch one more fish here, and then we'll wrap it on up. Got him. Alrighty, these bugs are getting worse and worse. They weren't this bad when I started fishing here. But yeah, another little Notropis genus shiner. I guess we just got lucky with that Pteronotropis. I thought I saw more of them kind of on the surface on the smaller side, but I tried to catch those, and all the ones I'm getting are still just these guys, just a couple smaller ones. There are so many bugs here. This bug spray is not working. Okay, let's get this one back, and I think I'm done. I only found fish in this one spot, and I was gonna wait it, but it's really muddy down there. Anyway, let's get him back, and that's gonna do it for this fishing session. All right, guys, so that's gonna do it. 45 minutes of fishing here. I think I mentioned it, but I was going to wade. I was going to start fishing here at the bridge, and then I was going to wade into the water. But after that first fish, when I went to fill up my photo tank with the water down at the bank, it was really, really muddy, and I just don't feel like walking through a whole bunch of mud. And if I would have seen more fish, I think I still might have done it, just because I thought the reward might have been there. But I don't think the reward is going to be there. But yeah, not a terrible session. Assuming we could ID that one little Pteronotropis, I'm pretty sure, almost 99% sure, that will be a new species. And then all those other Notropis ones, the more boring ones, they're either coastal or weeds. I don't really know. I hate identifying those Notropis genus shiners. It's like those guys, moharas, and honestly, that's about it. Those are my two least favorite families of fish to identify. But yeah, not an awful session. We got at least one new species. There's so many bugs here too. Okay, yeah, that's gonna do it. We'll see you guys next time.